Hey YouTube, this is Evan Magician 34 with this week's edition of The Edge. And we're giving you a really good card for the current format right here, which is Dimensional Fissure. This isn't necessarily for every deck, but consider the deck you're trying to build when you consider adding this. I wouldn't advise necessarily building around this card, you certainly can, but this actually serves much better as like a tagged-in choice for decks that aren't necessarily hurt by it. All Fissure does is it basically says that anytime a monster would go to the grave, it gets banished instead. Simple, and it's a continuous spell. Plop this out on turn 1 and you can really do a lot of damage. Especially if you say, activate this, set one card, and then set, say, your Starlight Rotor or something like that with it. You can definitely have some very long-lasting, powerful effect out of it. And to help prove our case for Dimensional Fissure today, the Dimensional Fissure, sure, it hurts your opponent by removing their monsters so they can't use Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, stuff like that easily. But it also hurts them in other ways that you may not have considered. For instance, Effect Veiler doesn't work. Why? Because it can't be sent to the grave while Fissure's on the field. So you don't have to worry about getting shot by Effect Veiler. You know what else? They can't use Max C on you. Fairies can't use Herald of Orange Light. And they can't use Honest either. So that's a whole slew of cards right there that just don't work when Fissure's on the field. Another set of cards you can thwart, Sangan. Well, he doesn't look too good when he gets killed by Thunder King Ryo. And he doesn't look too good when he's killed by anything one-dimensional Fissure's on the field. Same goes for Dandelion, they really don't want to mill him then. Card Trooper can't even activate while that's on the field, and he won't draw him the card when he dies either. And elemental hero decks that use cards like Malicious or, say, Miracle Fusion are also greatly hurt by Dimensional Fissure. And in an overarching sense, many of the top decks of the format right now at this moment when I make this video, check the date, are hurt by it. For instance, Agents. They're two big boss monsters, Christia and Master Hyperion. Very challenging to get out and usually much more costly when Fissure's around. Getting 4 fairies into the grave, pretty tough when Fissure's removing them all one by one. And they won't get Christia back when it's removed from play either. Also, Master Hyperion, they're pretty much going to have to remove that agent from either the field or their hand. So they're not going to make the profit on it they usually do when they summon it for free off an agent in the graveyard. Much better. And once again, he won't be coming back if he gets removed. Also, Dark Worlds absolutely hate Dimensional Fissure. All their effects basically profit from getting discarded to the grave. All that stops. So virtually no effects and no comebacks. And no ammo for gates either. And also Plants, pretty much the other big deck of the format at the moment. They sure as heck don't like getting fissured. All their key cards like to be in the grave in order to activate. They may still get Tengu, but they won't be Pot of Avaricing him back either. And cards like, let's say, Debris Dragon, pretty useless with that around. And we've already talked about Dandelion. But some of the tier 1.5 decks, like say Elemental Heroes, if built correctly, can profit from it. You can just build Gemini Heroes or use, say, Parallel World Fusion instead. Or say Gladiator Beasts can be built to easily enjoy Fissure. Because remember, EquQuest can get any Gladiator card, any Gladiator Beast card, but this only removes from play monsters. So you can still tag for your EquQuest to get, say, your Chariot from the grave. Because that'll just go to the graveyard like regular with Fissure out on the field. So, point made, Dimensional Fissure. Not for every deck, but easily a main deck choice for a lot of decks that's easily overlooked. And if you're up against an opponent who's not hurt by Fissure, it's easy to side them right out, and it's a cheap, easy, effective, no-brainer side out for your easy side ins designed for that opponent. So, win-win in that case. So, until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check out my channel for more cool videos.